BNI. I'm glad to introduce my colleague who is from BNI Bangalore. See, he is a BNI Bangalore batch. He's a BNI member. His name is Avinash Sundaram.
No, Avinash Narayan Swami.
Avinash Narayan Swami. He is a member of BNI Bangalore and he is on a very fantastic expedition which is over here. You can see this car. This car is runs on a biodiesel. He's on an expedition to cover almost 8,000 kilometers. Am I right?
Close to 10,500.
10,500 kilometers across 3 continents.
Three countries.
3 countries.
India, Nepal and Bhutan.
Bhutan.
So in fact, as we speak, we'll be planning our next leg of the journey into Nepal.
Great. So he's here for a short haul in Lucknow region, and yesterday I got a call from Avinash, and he and along with my teammates who are on the way just catch up with Avinash. So let us know that how Avinash is going to impact the lives of every common citizen in India about with his expedition, what he is doing currently right now. Go to Avinash. If you can slightly tell us what exactly it is.
Yeah, this car is a Tata car, and this is powered on 50% biodiesel. Biodiesel is an eco-friendly alternative to highly polluting petroleum diesel. There have been no major modifications done to this car. So, and this fuel is also available now across mainstream society. Now, the basic objective of doing this expedition is to highlight the importance of youth in our country to play a major role in environmental protection. As I speak, the environment is being degraded, and we want to target the youth so that they do not do the same mistakes what the current generation and the previous generations have been doing in handling the environment. After all, we have only one place that we call home, and that's our planet Earth, and that's the reason why we are carrying out this expedition.
Thank you so much. And what are the benefits of running this car on a biodiesel? Like we have a conventional fuel which is we know as a diesel and various forms of other fuels. So what are the benefits of running with the biodiesel and how it is related to the energy consumption? I mean, can you slightly
Yes,
give
sir.
some light on it?
The greatest advantage of biodiesel is it can be used in existing diesel infrastructure like your diesel engines, your diesel pump sets in your villages, and also diesel generators for electricity generation. It's a ready drop-in for highly polluting diesel fuel, which is not only polluting but it's also non-renewable. And our country imports most of the fuel requirement from Middle East and other countries from around the world. So we want to reduce that, and the best way to do it is, as the Prime Minister has pointed out, Atmanirbharta and the Swachh Bharat. And biodiesel gives both of this. We can be energy self-sufficient, and at the same time we can lead to a cleaner environment. So that's a very great advantage. Another intangible benefit of biodiesel is it gives job opportunities to our growing population. So there are a lot of takeaways on using this fuel, which is what we want to promote across the country.
Okay, now since you talked about the Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is a very, very important mission for our Prime Minister, and the energy sector, which has been taken a lot of our capex from the country going abroad, right? Is it just to reduce dependence on the fossil fuels? That is, of course, the one part of it. And since our Prime Minister's vision is also to make our nation energy independent by using the solar energy and a lot of other methods, renewable energy methods which have been applied. So how you relate the renewable energy mixture with the biodiesel? What are the combinations?
First of all, I would like to thank Sir for his support. He runs a company called Sunrise Energy, and we are really happy to be associated with him. And whether it's biodiesel or solar energy, we need a mix of renewable energy sources in order to mitigate climate change impacts. And so you just cannot point out sun energy or energy from the wind or biodiesel for that matter. It's going to solve the problem. We need a collection of all renewable options at our disposal in order to ensure that we hand over the earth to the coming generations the way it should be done. And now coming to the synergy, what I basically understand is India imports almost 9 lakh crore rupees worth crude oil every year. Now this is actually a drop in the ocean, but like I just explained a few seconds ago, we need a mixture of all these renewable energy options for India to be Atmanirbhar in that together. So this could probably look at the transportation sector. The solar energy is available in plenty in our country, and sir, what you've been doing is phenomenal. So this probably could look at the energy sector, the renewable energy sector. We are dependent on coal, we are dependent on hydro, but since India is a coal country, we are going to use coal for our electricity generation. And with such abundant sun energy available for us, or solar energy in other words, I think this is absolutely a kind of a point where the solar and wind as well as biodiesel can come together for a common cause.
Fantastic. So Avinash, my last question to you. Do you think any further modifications, we closely look at what this runs on a biodiesel power, any further modifications which are required to run such vehicles from the conventional fuel to a biofuel? Any modifications, any mechanical or electrical modifications?
Okay. See, unlike your electric vehicles, which absolutely need a complete new infrastructure, yes, electrical vehicles are the need of the hour. Like I told you, it's part of the energy mix. But if you have the entire fleet of vehicles running on electrical energy, we do not have an electrical infrastructure to support such a huge influx of electric vehicles. Because the paramount thing is for electricity generation, for the industry, for the homes. So that's where your rooftop solar comes in. So if you can charge your electric vehicles with your own rooftop solar, like I do for my electric vehicle back in Bangkok, I think that is something that we can do. But coming back to this concept, we have changed only the rubber parts. This is an old car, it's a 2004 model. So in older cars, you get a lot of rubber parts. So we have changed rubber to silicone rubber or other fiber parts which are resistant to biodiesel. Biodiesel being a solvent, etches away at the rubber and eventually you start having fuel leakages. So that's the only modification that we have done. Another simple thing is we get the tank and the fuel lines clean before we start using biodiesel, because diesel by itself is a very dirty fuel. It leaves behind carbon